Before making a clinical impression or formulating a diagnosis and moving forward with a treatment plan, it is common practice that mental health professionals conduct interviews guided mainly by clinical interview questions. These questions may vary depending on the practitioner's interview preference, whether that be structured, semi-structured or unstructured, and depending on the purpose, goal or interview nature, one may use a mix of different kinds, such as predetermined, follow-up, closed and open questions. One can consider a clinical interview, also known as an intake interview, as a physician's introduction to the client and vice versa. However, beyond that, it's also an opportunity for the practitioner to gather relevant information helpful to the patient. With the broad scope of the information that can be written down on a clinical interview template, it's still important to note that this specific template is only best to use when you need to build a database of a new client or a client with an outdated medical record, you need guidance with asking general questions without preconceived notions and assumptions, and you're a mental health professional with the purpose of establishing rapport with your patient and making a mental health clinical impression or diagnosis. To use our clinical interview template, follow these steps. Download the clinical interview template off our Carepatron platform, which you can find in the description. Fill out the patient's details in the assessment as shown on the screen. Next, conduct your interview. Our clinical interview template consists of several parts, all of which you're recommended to fill out, especially if it's a new client, such as the reason for consultation, symptoms checklist, family history, educational history, developmental history, and more. Feel free to move them around to reflect an interview flow you're more comfortable with. An interview should take between 30 minutes to 2 hours to conduct. Lastly, you can add additional notes and observations you may want to polish, since this document can be a reference for future sessions or a resource for a possible diagnosis and treatment plan. Here is a sample of our clinical interview template, which you can find on our Carepatron platform. To find our clinical interview template, go to our Carepatron platform or click on the link in the description. In our template section, we have a variety of templates and worksheets for you to use with your patients. You can filter or type in the keywords to find the worksheet. Thank you for watching our video at Carepatron. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. If you would like to see more videos like these, subscribe to our Carepatron channel or click on one of our recommended videos.